Hi, hello, good afternoon, and this is video 2 about using a tall plant pot. So what I've done is I've secured the plastic bag down with some tape that I found. This tape, believe it or not, does actually glow in the dark. I was very skeptical when I brought it, but I used it at my old house and it was brilliant for when we had like blackouts and things, because I could clearly mark where like all the exits were in the property. So the more light you have in during the day, brilliant. It will literally light up at night. So we have here a little lemon tree. I did have a little orange tree as well, but sadly he died. And this one has done quite well, considering the leaves are very brown. Like, they're not gone brown, but they've gone crispy. They've gone very dry. And there was another lime that my son has decided to steal and hide. But yes, this is like a miniature little ornamental fruit tree that you can purchase. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring it inside over the next couple of weeks, because it is the sort of plant that has loved the hot weather unless you don't water it, and then this happens. But during the winter it will be very prone to frost. So it's got a really good root ball on it. It's not root bound in any way. It's still wrapped around the support little mini trellis that I brought it on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into this pot here, like so. Just move it down a little. So if you just want to do that, make sure all the roots are as loose as possible and it can be put down as much as it can be. And then I'm just going to fill up this pot. I mean, you can use any kind of pot really, to be honest. I'm just using what I've got around the house. I mean, things like these tubs, they can be so cheap to buy, but then why not just use an old ice cream tub? You know, instead of throwing it in the recycling bin, an ice cream tub would have done exactly the same job as what I'm using this white plastic tub for. But the reason why I've chosen to use this white plastic tub is because it has got holes in, and I'm hoping that it will give the roots, as the plant continues to grow throughout the year, something to structure themselves onto. And then when I do take it out of the tub eventually in the new year, when in the summer next year, I'll have a lovely thicket of roots on this little plant, on this little lime tree. At this moment in time, I haven't been able to make my own compost. I had done at my old house, but unfortunately I had to leave there in April this year, and I would have looked a bit weird, you know, trying to carry my own compost with me to my new property. So I have started to make my own compost again. So at this moment in time, I have basically just used whatever compost I could find online to basically start again. Looking at where I am at the moment, all of my plant pots that I did actually bring with me did have some worms in the bottom of them. So they were brilliant and still a very good and healthy ecosystem for the worms. So some of them from my garden did manage to make it to my new house, and all I've done is just take them out of the pots and put them in my new compost bin. Now, in case you were wondering why I've put a plastic bag in here, again, it's so that I can maintain the amount of water that is used for this plant, and so that the whole of the tub doesn't end up becoming waterlogged with stagnant water, which will obviously not be very hygienic and will make the house smell. Just a little bit more. Just want to make sure it's as even as possible. A bit of shade, just to make sure. I just want to cover up that little pot there. And then once this settles, I'll get words out of it, settles, not settles, I can always top it up with some more compost at a later stage. And there we have it. One repotted lime tree. There you go. All done.